rape trial that has divided the city of Stubenville, Ohio. Two high school football players are accused of raping a 16-year-old girl after a night of drinking and partying last summer. Evidence in the case includes testimony from teenage witnesses, along with texts and videos that made their way onto the internet. Terrell Brown picks up the story.
For the first time, prosecutors called eyewitnesses, teammates and friends of Trent Mays and Malik Richmond, who say they saw the two high school football players commit sex acts on a 16-year-old girl. One witness said he saw Mays penetrate the girl with his finger. That's when I took out my phone and started filming. He later got rid of the video, saying, "It was one of those moments when you realize you did something stupid and wrong that night, so I deleted it." Another witness testified he saw Richmond sexually assault the girl while she was drunk and naked on a basement floor. "Was she moving?" the prosecutor asked. "Not at this time," the witness responded. "Was she talking?" "I didn't hear anything." The teens who testified Friday were granted immunity. The defense argues the sex was consensual and is challenging what the witnesses actually saw and remember. The case drew national attention when this photo was posted online. Mays and Richmond carrying the girl by her wrists and ankles during a night of alcohol-fueled partying.
The rape trial underway right now in Stubenville.
Teresa Justice has followed the trial at work in this Stubenville laundromat. She's a lifelong resident of this old steel town where football is king.
This could have happened anywhere, you know, anywhere. But we do pride ourselves on football Friday nights. I think that it did show us in a bad light. And I don't think that's right.
But this video showing another player joking about the alleged rape sparked outrage and conspiracy theories that more players were involved and Stubenville was covering for them. There is no jury, just the judge, Thomas Lips, who hopes to have a verdict tomorrow night. For CBS This Morning Saturday, I'm Terrell Brown, Stubenville, Ohio.
And joining us with more on this troubling case is Jean Casares. She's correspondent for In Session on True TV. Good morning, Jean.
Good morning.
We had three eyewitnesses testify on Friday that they saw the accused men sexually assaulting the victim. How significant, it seems significant, obviously,
Yes,
is this evidence?
Very important witnesses. They are eyewitnesses. There are two alleged crime scenes, one the back of a car, the other in the basement of a home. The eyewitnesses saw different scenes. They're both testifying to seeing the same thing, so they are consistent. Eyewitness testimony can be inconsistent, so it can be difficult, but this seems to be very consistent. And I think the fact here is there's no physical evidence. She did go to the hospital, but it was several days later. It was too late for a rape kit to get any evidence at all. So the eyewitness is important, but the text messages, I think, are also critically important.
There's also this question of whether it qualifies as a rape in the state of Ohio. And to that you say what?
Well, in Ohio, the state of Ohio, rape can be digital penetration. And that is what is alleged here. And you know what's interesting is the defense is saying she didn't consent. Right. All right? Well, they're admitting that it happened, right? If you say she did consent, then you're saying it did happen. And so I think that's one interesting aspect of this. But the text messages are very close in time. I think a very important text exchange is with the alleged victim herself saying, "What happened? I don't know what happened. Tell me. I don't know." And it's to the defendant, "What did you do to me? Why didn't you help me?" And I think that's critically important. And the text messages also with the various friends saying she was dead. She was absolutely motionless. Right. And then the testimony of the eyewitnesses. Did she talk during this? No. Did she move during this? No. But I think that the Walter Madison, the defense attorney, made two great points when she was at the initial party and her friend said, "Don't go any farther, stay here." And she went like this. That shows she knew what she was doing. And also the cross-examination on the political aspect of this case. You've tailored your testimony to fit what you think it should be at this point.
Do you think the victim is likely to take the stand in this case?
I think she possibly could. She has been subpoenaed. The defense wants her to testify. But her text messages speak volumes.
We've heard that we might even get a verdict as early as tomorrow night. How significant is it that there's a judge and not a jury in this case?
Well, it's a juvenile case, and I think it takes the emotional aspect out of it. I think it's good for the defense, actually, that it's a judge and not a jury of the community. But I can't stress enough how serious this is. Every case is serious, right? But for these two young men, if they are convicted of rape, They will be registered sex offenders for the rest of their lives. So where they can live, who they can associate with, what universities they may or may not get into, what professions they will be able to go into will forever be dictated by this verdict.
All right, Jean Casares. Thanks, Jean.
Thanks, Jean.